You will learn exactly how my method works in practice, and you see the content of my coaching. You are ready to transform your body, and my innovative method will not disappoint you, because every athlete needs this knowledge so that our body works forever. Injuries are a daily issue for all athletes. Everybody has to live with it. There is no exception. But the price for a career as a professional athlete is just too high. Just take a look at the Olympics. The athletes are constantly injured. The legends Zidane and Nadal are limping with Olympic flame on the long stage and smiling their pain away. The oldest Olympic participant sits in a wheelchair when he gets handed the torch. This is the sad situation at the moment, and we learn to accept it. But I didn't want to accept it, and I started 25 years ago to repair my injuries. I developed a very simple technique that nobody knows, but everybody needs. Without pills or surgery, I managed to completely regenerate my body, and you can too. I was a professional athlete, and I had every injury you can imagine. Nobody could help me, even though I tried everything for years. I did every therapy, and I went to the best doctors, therapists, and seminars. I had so many injuries, but somehow I always kept going, because the body compensates over years until he can't handle it anymore. At 30, my spine was so blocked that I couldn't walk anymore. I parked on the disabled parking, and my life was over. Instead of third place in the World Cup, I was a wreck. From hero to zero, at some point it was all over. So I had no choice but to help myself and make it different. I was so desperate that I had nothing to lose. It was clear to me that if I wanted to continue living my life, I had to repair my body. But I didn't know how, and all the experts I saw didn't know either. I really went everywhere, and it was my only priority for years. I tried everything to become finally pain-free, but no one could help me. I knew something was stuck in the lumbar spine. Something was blocked, because before it was still free and flexible, and I just wanted to reverse it somehow. My situation was so hopeless that I had to do something new. Something that nobody had ever done before. I just started to work on my own injury. I had to overcome my fear and touch my injury. Instead of avoiding it, I had to work on it and dissolve it. I started to communicate with my own body, because he knows everything, he never lies, and it's your best friend. I developed 4 tools that I used to work on my own back. With the feedback of my own body, I slowly approached it, and after so many accumulated injuries and years of pain, I finally found the solution, and I never thought I would know better than all the experts out there. In my coaching, I explain you in 6 easy steps the best way to reach your goal fast and efficiently. You decide, do you want to spend your whole life searching for solutions and live with your problems? And do you want to go through endless therapies and suffer for years? Until you have to give up your sport, and by the time you get older, you can't even walk anymore? Or do you want to start working efficiently on your problems from day one and live with a solution immediately? Do you want to have the full knowledge in 6 weeks to eliminate all previous injuries? You don't want to lose another day, but control your health now? And do you want to learn how to handle any new injury in the future? Then you're in the right place. In my coaching, I show you exactly how to solve your problem in no time. The coaching extends over 6 weeks with a time investment of 2 hours a week. I compress the time frame from 25 years to 6 weeks, and I catapult you in 6 weeks to my level. I developed this innovation over 25 years. Nobody showed me. I had to figure out everything by myself and develop the tools. If you want my personal support, join my coaching now. Invest 2 hours per week and don't waste any more time and energy. Those who know me know that I get to the core issue and I don't make empty promises. After this masterclass, you will know your own anatomy and be able to clean it. You will learn tips and tricks to solve your problem fast and efficiently. You will learn body skills that you will apply forever in your life. Not just once, but whenever a joint is blocked or when someone in your family has an injury. By knowing this technique, your children will grow up totally different. It's very easy to implement my technique. You just have to learn how to do the cleaning. I will guide you through the entire anatomy in 6 steps and show you in detail how to use the tools and work on your pain. When you clean up everything systematically, you feel like an archaeologist who clears everything around the bones. In the first lesson, we focus on the cleaning of the legs. This will help us to avoid artificial knees and hips in the future. After this lesson, you will have enough motivation to continue learning and cleaning up everything else too. During my career as a professional athlete, I had every injury you can imagine. I had injuries on my foot and ankle. I tore my cruciate ligament and outer ligament in my knee, and I had pain in my dislocated hip. My sacrum was displaced due to many crashes. L5 was so blocked that I couldn't walk upright. I had a scoliosis in my lumbar spine on the right side. In the dorsal spine, I had a scoliosis to the left side. Many ribs were blocked, and the cervical spine was immobile after a bad crash on my head. The shoulder was restricted, the elbow clicked with every movement. I had tension in the forearm, the wrist and some finger joints were blocked. Everything was broken until I cleaned the entire mechanics. Sooner or later, these injuries affect everyone in their lives. You will be able to understand and repair every single joint. This knowledge is necessary because we need every cell, every inch of our body, and no matter what happens in the future, you will know how to handle any injury. My 6 weeks coaching systematically covers the entire anatomy. In week 1, we work on the legs. In week 2, on the pelvis. In week 3, on the lumbar spine. In week 4, on the arms. In week 5, on the thoracic spine and ribs. And in week 6, on the cervicals. Every week, exclusive video content is released with very detailed cleaning techniques so you can learn the basics. The skeleton is a chain. And no matter where you start cleaning, you can always take tension out and reset everything systematically, step by step. Over many years, I developed kind of a cleaning mania at the joints and the spine. I just feel sorry for the people who are so lost because they have no idea about their anatomy. You're sitting in a Ferrari and you don't know where the gas and the gears are. That doesn't work, you gotta learn the basics. With my cleaning, you understand the mechanics, and finally, you can clean up everything. The bones are the stability in the body and the base for everything. With every crash, accident, injury, joints shift minimally, and if they don't get immediately resetted, they inflame. This chronic inflammation causes rust to build up around the joint until it is cemented and calcified. Then the muscles take over the function of the bone and become hard as stone. That's exactly the pain that sooner or later everyone has. I found the ideal technique and you can copy it immediately. With the tools, you go through the body like a detective and you search and find all the old injuries. Nobody from outside can do this job for you. You learn to feel your anatomy from inside, and you smooth the injured muscle fibers and polish around the bones. Never give up on your own body. Get my innovative knowledge now and take it to the next level. This is the future, and you don't have to live with your pain in an endless loop. This technique is the most important health trend because people need to connect with their own body and learn to help themselves. This innovation is unstoppable and you can be a part of it now. Then you will never want to go back and depend on others. Here are your 11 benefits when you join my coaching. You get insider knowledge that's only available here. You get access to exclusive content that I just recently filmed. You get precise content without pointless repetition. You will understand anatomy and all your injuries. You will learn exponentially until you make the breakthrough. You will feel fast results and improve daily. You will improve your technique until your problems are solved. You will learn to work with the tools by using your own body weight. You will integrate this technique into your life by multitasking. You have worldwide access and learn with time flexibility. You're motivated because you feel success and it's right in your hands. As an added bonus, you will get weekly personal feedback from me. Every week there's a live Zoom call. This will take you to the next level of understanding and no question remains unanswered. I'll do demos and case studies and give you personal tips over 6 weeks. This innovation will change medicine forever. Do you want to learn now what doctors and therapists don't know because they didn't learn this at university? You don't have to wait for the system to change. It starts now, and you can be one of the first to join this movement. Everyone is surprised when they realize that they can do way better than any expert from outside. All symptoms start at the spine and the joints. Therefore, it's extremely negligent to ignore your pain and to wait for the surgery, instead of controlling your symptoms by the cleaning. We don't need X-rays because we clean systematically. This is how we delete chronic pain, disbalances, restricted movements, etc. And diagnoses just become unimportant because they dissolve anyways by the cleaning. The world's best doctors and therapists have no idea about this method, but this doesn't matter. You don't have to wait for anyone. I developed this efficient technique for self-help that makes us completely independent. You can now regenerate your body by yourself and stay pain-free. In 6 weeks, we dive deep into the body and we understand the entire anatomy. The spine is completely neglected by medicine, but now everybody has the freedom to help themselves and to avoid surgery. I see a better future in which people take care of their own body and repair it so that it functions properly forever. You don't have to study medicine. On the contrary, there's a new way of learning on your own body, and you get to know your body not from anatomy books, but by digging into the fibers and cleaning everything. I'm just the cleaner for the anatomy, nothing else, and I show you exactly how to do it. I spent hundreds of thousands of euros on my health, and I developed my system over 25 years. I will show you the necessary body skills now because you need new knowledge. You can't solve your problems with the existing knowledge because you go around in circles over and over again. If you do the same like everyone, you will get the same bad results. Just look at all the old people, how immobile they are and how they have to live in constant pain. You want a different result? Then change your perspective. Think different and act different. When you implement this anatomy knowledge, you will think, oh my God, if I had left it all like it was, that would have been a disaster. Exactly. Because this is the most important investment in your health and you will never regret it. On the contrary, you'll wonder how you could live in a blocked body for so long. Your body is your most important possession and you simply have to take care of it. In the coaching, you will learn techniques that you couldn't even imagine today. Join our community now and surround yourself with people who know how to become finally pain-free. Be happy to learn my technique and transform your health.